And also I'll give a call once again. Okay, so good morning and good evening everybody and welcome back in today's class. Today we are on the day number 25 and we are going to pick up a topic of the ServiceNow scripting only. Okay, so let me come here and we will on this part. This one. So yesterday we saw what is customization, what is configuration, what is difference in the both, what is the value of doing the customization, what parameters you have to be see, what parameter you have to be think, what parameter we have to be take care to do that part. Now we are on the service now scripting part. Let's come on the business specifically. Okay, so few ground rules you have to be remember, and these things I cannot teach guys because this is the basics which I always recommend that you guys should know that we are going to be use or ServiceNow uses JavaScript as a language for the writing their scripts, mainly JavaScript for any of the backend changes like client script, business rule, script includes, they use the JavaScript. But if you want to work on the portal level, ServiceNow portal level, then along with the JavaScript, you should know CSS, HTML, and AngularJS as well. These are the basic things we have to be uh, know about the ServiceNow scripting. Now the thing is that Atul, where we need to be write the script. Okay, my instance was hibernated. It's getting wake up in a few seconds. Where we can write the script means there should be some place, right? From the 2 days I'm saying guys we have to be work on the scripting, but where to write the script, that is also important for us to be understand here. Okay, so this is called the script editor. They call it a script editor here. Okay, so I will show you that where you can write this or where you can find the script editor. We'll discuss the components. We say that what is the meaning of the symbols because that we have to be use it. So like what I can do, I'll go here and I search for this thing. Okay, let me search for the client script. I'm just giving one given example here. Okay. Click on the new and then we will create a new client script. Why it's not opening? It's taking time. Okay. So now on the client script, if you go, you will find the script editor. This one. At few of the places, you will not find this option. Then you have to be click on the advanced here. Then you will be able to find that. So this is called the script editor, that where to write the code. As of now, don't worry about what to write here. We will discuss now in the step by step, but understand that what this symbol means here. Okay. So what this says basically, check to disable syntax highlight the scripting format. Let me do one thing. Let me copy this code here. Okay, just for the reference, I'm doing a copy here. Okay. Now, so if you click on this, it will show you if there is any syntax error. So like this, it is not showing anything to us. It's showing normal as the text. So every scripting editor give us the feature to identify that is there any error in my code or not. So by this one, you can see with the line number properly and the colors has been changed, which says to see is that function is closing or not, proper working or not. Then toggle the comments. If you want to write any comment here, so like I come here and I click on this. So it convert to the comment. So comment means which the line of code will not considered in the execution. So generally what is the best practice we always say or we always follow? Whenever you are writing a code, okay, make sure you write the comment as well that what is the purpose of this code and how this code is going to be executed. Just 2 or 3 or like 4 lines maximum. It is not like you have to be write the full paragraph. No, a small 2 or 3 lines will be okay, but try to mention information. So like this thing, function, my function input. So they mention that what this function do. This function return the true or false based on the whether the input values is 0. So if you want to uncomment, you can like this. It's not for key. Okay, it's only for the comments. Or maybe you can put the slash like this. Okay. Then this thing, format the code. So like I'm doing like this. Okay. And like this. Now I want to format this code. Let me remove this. Now just click here. It will format for you in a proper sequencing that where to start, where to end, all the things. It is nothing, just a ground rules you have to follow. Then if you want to find or replace what you want to replace, you have to find out first. So for that you have to find this, replace input with output. And then you want to replace yes, no, all or stop. So these things you can do easily. So replace and replace all. You want to find something, you can find out. So like it will become, you can find out anything like this, search. Next and previous you can do. If you want to see this in the full screen like this, you can see in the full screen as well. Okay. Then if you have any question, you need any help, click on this. What are the shortcut keys you can see here? Okay. Then you have to be save your code. So let's say if I do like this, let me put this one more and now I click on the save. It is saving my code now. Okay. And then last, check the syntax that everything which I write is fine or not. It says yes, all fine. But it's not giving me error. It should give me error as well. Because these two are the extra one. Maybe I have something JavaScript or something not working properly in my browser. Otherwise it give error as well. Okay. So this is called the script editor, that where to write all these things. So now you should know that what this symbol means and how to use that part. Mainly I prefer to use only syntax check, even though it's give me the error code or error point immediately as soon as I start writing something wrong. But still we will see this part, but to understand that where we can find the script editor and what are the fields available in that particular part. Clear till this point, guys? Any doubt? Anybody any doubt? Okay, good to go then. So with this, our chapter number 1 has been completed here. Now let's come to the actual scripting world. Okay. So ServiceNow using the JavaScript. It means it has a base of the C++, object-oriented programming. Oops. Recall, right? So ServiceNow has its own classes as well. ServiceNow has its own classes as well. Okay, and we have to be understand those classes, how to use those classes. So it means if I practically speak from current scenario, ServiceNow is moving to the low code functionality or the no code functionality. It means you should not write a big codes. Things can be done in the alternatives. Workflow, flows, automation, logic, something can be done. But no need to be write the big codes. But if you want to write a code, you can use the ServiceNow classes. And there's a concept called the glide class. This is a concept called the glide class. So in this chapter, what we are going to be discuss that what is the glide record and what are the glide classes for the server side and the client side. Okay, this is very new topic. This is very new topic for everybody. Okay, so let's put some time to understand this part. Let me see up. Okay. So this is that ServiceNow work. This is another concept called the APIs, application processing, something like this. Okay. This one. So ServiceNow provides developers with the exposed JavaScript to aid them with the script they write. It means if you want to use any class of JavaScript, you can use with the support of the ServiceNow inbuilt classes, inbuilt functions. Okay. And to do this part, they have a different classes and objects. I'm telling you, don't try to notch your head. It is like that only. We have to be spend time and you have to be study now. So during the weekend, read about these things more and more and more. Only then you will came to know the actual purpose of this thing. Okay. So what is the glide record here? Okay. And why it's called as a glide? In the dictionary meaning, glide means to make something smooth. Okay. But in ServiceNow meaning, actual or earlier name of ServiceNow was Glide. Glide, I guess for Glide company or something was there. So when they registered a company name with the ServiceNow, they keep the root as a Glide with their self and rest they can change the name to the ServiceNow. So Glide representing, I can say Glide is representing the actual ServiceNow company name here. But what is the meaning of the glide? So it's not a glide is something very big. No, glide, I have given a name to a particular concept. And my complete service now build around the glide only. Because they don't want to be leave their roots. So let's take example. I'll give you an example. When let's say we are staying in our house. Okay. in with our parents, and now I can say elder now, and I need to be settled down outside of my current location. So I purchase a new flat. Okay. Sorry. So I purchase a new flat now. Now, when I going in the new flat, I want that something should be similar, which I have in my old flat. Okay. Which I love a lot. Maybe I take care, or I bring some old paintings and keep it on the wall. For you, that concept is a painting. In the same manner, that concept is for ServiceNow is for the glide. So I can say glide is the backbone of ServiceNow scripting. Okay, so here are the two things. Number one is the glide record, and number two is the glide classes. Okay. And glide record is a class which is heavily used. Okay, now what is the purpose of the glide record? It helps to find and count the record in a service now. Let I want to see that how many records exist in the, now if I give example, let's say I go here. Okay, I put incident. And I put open. How you are able to see that these are the 57 records? There should be some code. You will say, Atul, when you click on this button, open, it gives 57. But it is not a god, right? It is normal module for me. There should be something written in the background. Let's try to open this. Like this. There should be something written in the background because it's normal one. So they're not showing anything else. No scripting, nothing is there showing. But there should be something written in the background which count the record. And that is called the glide record here. The purpose of glide record is to hold the table. So like say, when you want to work on an incident table. So now in the incident table, we have a lot of things. Table itself, their attributes itself. Open, you can switch off the video, that's fine, no problem. Okay. And then you have a records as well. I want now I want to get the results via scripting. I want all the records where the priority is 1 of incident table from the incident table. Okay. For to do that part, I will use the glide record. So what I will do, I will create a variable and bring that variable or call that variable. Sorry, in that variable, I will put the incident table as an object. I'm again repeating, guys. These are the concepts on the basis of the OOPS, that is object-oriented programming, where you can see, where you can say C++, Java, JavaScripts are the mainly participant. Okay, now let me show you some example so that you can get a little idea. So via this way, we call our glide record. It means if we want to work on the incident table, you want to fetch all the records, you have to be use the glide record. So this word will be, should be same, should be exist. So now if I go here, let's try to write a code here then. It will work or not. Okay. glide record is equal to what we have. Sorry, it's not new, it's var. It's variable. I'm declaring the variable here. New. See, now the color has been changed. So if I put like this, it means I'm writing the wrong word here. So it is a standard name of that part, and then put the what I'm doing in the glide record class. I am calling my incident table as an object and putting everything for this table into the variable called the glide record. You can put my name as well. That's fine. You can put batch 9 as well. That's fine. So this variable name can be something different, but this is a standard one. Okay. So like this, I can put, let's say, LNG. Now, if I come here, so by this way, what I'm doing, I am calling or I'm using the object called the incident in the variable called glide record. Now I want to see the records in that particular table. See, here you have an option. You can go here and open the and things will work. But how these things work actually when you have to be write the code. So this is the next part. Now this is my variable lng dot, and these are my functions which I can use. So it is easy in ServiceNow. It is easy. You just know that which variable, which object you have to be used, which class you have to be used, and their functions are already there. So what this means basically, that what you want to do with the incident table. Do you want to do add order by, add query? You want to run some query, you want to find out the results where the priority is 1, you want to delete some record, you want to get some value, get limit, get table name, as next, insert. When I click on the save, this should work. Next, order by, query, set limit. So for the glide record, for this glide record, I have only these many functions. And your work will be done here only. So now if you go here and you see what it's saying, glide record dot query. They want to run some query now. So I put like this. This is a function which says if I'm working on the incident table, what you want? I want to run a query. Okay. Now it has in the loop here. Till what time you have to run the query? Do the next record, next record, next record, next record, next record for me. So this is the loop, while loop, for loop, if loop, that you have to be no. Okay. Okay. So by this way we can proceed here. Now if you want to add any condition, because that is the purpose of writing a code, that is called the add query and field name. Variable dot add query like this. So what is the variable? lng dot add query. What you want to do? I want field name and operator. I want all the records where the priority is 1. So you can put like this. Right? Is 1. You can say operator. If you're not putting operator, it means you're talking about the equal to here. So like this, priority 1. Okay, so this add query will come on the top. that what you want to do, I want to run this query, and this query should be come down. And then if we are getting the priority 1 records, what you want to do? Do you want to print something? Do you want to do some actions? You can do in the while loop. So like I can show you here like this. Add query priority 1 query and glide record dot next. What you have to be doing that part, you can put your code here. I want to print a message. Hello, welcome, thank you so much, like this. Or I can say fetch the results and then lng dot not it should not messy something. Okay, it will not show the display message. Okay, it's this one. So if you want to put some message, you have to be write the message as well. So this is the way that you can use the glide record. So the main purpose, or now you can see multiple queries like risk 1 and risk 2. Put the or query in the side में. Or query dot this thing. So now they have created two variables, 1 and 1. This hold the table, this hold the risk value 1 and risk value 2. And then you have to run the program here. Okay, so like this. Add query risk and like this. And then if you want to display something, you can display. So like they are saying, if I'm running a code where urgency is 1, convert that urgency 1 to the urgency 2 and make it as a update. And what they're saying, glide record dot urgency. It means urgency field I'm using from the incident. So if I say ng dot, why not saying getting urgency? New glide record add query. Query glide record dot urgency. Okay, it's not showing the urgency, so I have to write it. So lng dot urgency like this is equal to 2. Is the way we have to be updated. Then update the record so that it should go in the database and update the record for me. Okay. All clear now, guys. Anybody have any issue, any doubt?
Yeah, Atul, can we create our own functions here?
Yes, you can. You can create.
Okay.
You can create your own functions as well, but not here because you are just using the what I can say the glide record only, not the classes. In the classes, you can create your own functions. Okay. Here you have to be just understand that okay, what I'm calling, what I'm doing, what on which table I'm working, what query I want to be do, because here the function will not work. Here only the things work like I want X number of records from this particular. I want the records which belong to incident table and risk is high or the priority is high or urgency is high. That is the only purpose of the glide record. Not much than that. So when you want to work on the records of a table, then use the glide record.
In the one same function, we can do multiple glider function.
You're doing the wrong word. So in a now you have to be understand that are you using the client script or the business tool? Yes, you can do. So I want to build a script where I want the results from the incident and the problem table both together. Then you need the both of the tables, right? So you can use the two different glide records. One take it LNG, one take it LNG1. It's up to you. So you can call the multiple tables as well.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Now if I scroll down here, so like this, you can delete the record, you can delete the multiple records. Don't try these options. Okay, you can try the options in my instance, that's fine. Or maybe in your instance you can do that part. Okay. Now this is important. Classes. Glide record work on the table level. Glide classes work on the record level now. Okay. So here we have a two type of glide classes. Server side and the client side. Server side means which work in the background, and client side means which work in the upfront. So let me show you here. Number one is called the glide system. What the glide system says? It says when you want to fetch some kind of a results, some, sorry, not some results, I'm is wrong word. When you want to find out some kind of a records value specifically, then you use the glide system. I want invite the students of the batch number 9, or get the list of the or the name of the students from the batch number 9. For that, what I have to do? I have to go in the database and then run the query. So here they are saying you can use the glide system, and how it's indicated? It's indicated with a GS dot. So like if I go here, where lng1 is equal to GS dot. Why GS is not working? Because we are working on the client script, and this GS work only on the server side scripts. So now what I will do, I'll put it as a business rule here. Let me show you one business rule. Yeah, here. So as I told, click on the advanced, you will get the scripting option as well. Okay, like this. So now you can put it here, where lng is equal to gs dot. Why now gs working and the functions working here? Because gs stands for the glide system. GS stand for the glide system. And in what is the purpose of this? If you want to fetch out some records from the system, then we use the glide system here. I want the user ID GS dot, and these are the function. What do you want? I want the, let's say I want to add an error message like this. No, you can't go, like this. Like where lng1 is equal to gs dot get what you want, scope, duration, date, time, color, scope, what you want. I say get username. So when you log in into ServiceNow instance and you get a message, hello Mr. Shyam, welcome in ServiceNow. How it came? It came from these options. It go in the background, check that who uses login, and it's showing his username. So we will see these things when we do our this part, what I can say, business rule or the client script in the depth. But as of now, just understand about the classes. So this is the first class to use information or to get the information about the little bit on the field level. There's a lot of functions, like you can see. What you want in the from the database, you can find out from here like this. Other than this, we don't require anything else. So these functions are more than enough for me, but it work only with the GS. Now, in the same manner, if I scroll down, so like this, you can get the full name, you can get the email, you can get the location, you can get the message ID, anything you want, you can get it. Up to you, what you want to get out. Get it from the database. You can get it here. Like add error message, like info message. We will do this thing when we prepare our business rule, then we will use some of the methods like this. But in short, glide system is for the field level details from the database for a particular object to get the information, to display the information. So like if I can go here, gs dot, there is nothing called display. Maybe I have to see display for info message or error message. You can display. I want to see the beginning of the last year. You can get the records here. Maybe I want to see the records from the last 2 months only. Or is the beginning of the last year. Last year means 2021, December 1 I'm talking here. No. I want to use gs dot this quarter. I want the incident records from last month to this quarter. These things can be done here. Okay. Don't worry, your weekend is going to be very fine today. Okay. Now let me come to the second part. Date and time. I want the records where date of birth is before or after 2026. Then you have to be use the concept called the this thing. Glide date and time. So how it's work? You have to be declare that variable var dt, or I can say dt is equal to new glide date and time like this. Here I'm declaring my variable and now dt dot. You can see you want the local time, you want the before, after, what time you want. If you want to work on the dates function fields, resolve date, close date, date of birth, updated, created, you can use the DTs or the date and time as a class for the server side. So like this. The month, set the day of the month of the local time. Like this. D dot compare to local time, UST time, which time you want to do. Okay, this is what. So it means if you, so the purpose is that to showing you these things that if you want to work on the user record, user glide system. If you want to work on the data types field, date and time fields, then use the glide date time class. In the same manner, because as I told that in the class, in this training session, I cannot tell you each and everything. I can just give the glimpse here, because if I tell you these things, only then you are able to write or understand the client script or the business rules here. So like this. So what they're doing, they're saying get the time and add the local time here. Let's say you're getting the time from the system is 3 o'clock and add 1 in the top of that. One more hour, sorry, one more day add on the top of that. I want, no, I want -1 day. like this. So when you define some SLAs, you can use this part. Okay. Now if I go to the third part, element, glide element. It says provide method for dealing the fields in the glide record object. And it is a very smaller one. So like if you want to do a work like this, I want to change in a bulk data, I want to change the priority from 1 to 2. Then I can use the glide element. It is very less used. Mainly glide record definitely used everywhere. Glide system used and glide date and time used everywhere. Okay, so what it's saying that if current dot state dot changes to, then we use the glide element. It means for the glide element you have to be use the glide record first, and then you have to be use the this one. So let's try something like here. For LL is equal to glide record. Okay, and then you can write this code. If current, this is very much important. Current means on which record you are working at point of time. That will covered here, the current record. On which record you're working. Let's say I open one incident and I want that when anybody open an incident, they should get a message. So I put current dot. So what I can do, current dot, and I can add query, join query, can create, can delete attributes and all things. I can do it easily. So they see lot of functions are there. What they're saying, state. So current dot state changes to. It means something wrong which we're writing here. Otherwise it should auto populate. Current dot state should changes to. Like should auto populate. Let me give you one homework. It's saying current dot state changes to 7. What do you mean by the word 7 here? Tell me.
That is the backend value of something.
Which something?
State
What state?
values. State values.
What? Tell me completely. Tell me.
Um, can you open the what sample record? Then I can.
What should I open? Tell me. Tell me. Tell me.
State values. I think state.
What state value? Give me the answer. What state value? Tell me what is the state value? Don't. Okay, let me show you something here. Let's come here. Generally, na, people ask me, Atul, I want to be learn service now and I want to do the practice. How I can do that part? And I give only one simple reply. I told them, if you want to do the practice, understand the out of the box given code. and write the same code again with your thinking. So we have a states here. With the number 7, Satya. But it says, see, it says current dot state change to number 7. It means on the record you're working, change the state to number 7. But what is number 7 here? Harsh.
Value of 7. It's you can see that value of 7.
What is the value of 7?
No, it is a position.
Which position?
For example, one will be new
Okay.
and no, no, no. Second, one second.
Why are we using these positions then? Are you sure these are the positions?
No.
Then
Can,
why are you
can,
saying is position?
can you just click on the state, right click on the state, and we can see the positions
Which
in
one I
the
should open?
label, I guess. Configure label.
Sure.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, down.
Nothing is there.
Second. I
Configure dictionary. You can check it. Configure dictionary.
have sound somewhere. Yeah, over here.
Okay.
The here also not.
And here you
Yeah,
can
here
see.
is
Yes,
the
yes. See,
values,
yeah,
sorry, not
values is there, right?
positions, values.
No, you are saying it's not sequencing, it's not positioning, it is the value.
Yeah.
The reason is that if you see the choice or this table has been created on the task one. Okay. And change and incident and problem has been extended from the task. Change may not have assigned to, but incident has assigned to. Change also have a new, problem also have a new, incident also have a new state. So how to bifurcate which is running, which is being used? We are using these values here. See, it is number 5.
So this value will not change, right?
Value
This
will never
value.
change. Value is the backend logic which you're going to be used. Maybe you
Yeah.
can change new to news, new to old, but if you change the value, then everything goes wrong.
Okay.
So value is the backend name of this, but not backend name. Value is basically the actual name of this particular field which you are going to be used in your logic. So let's see where's the number 7. Closed by a client, no. Now what you have to see?
Close script here down.
So we have, okay, let me show you.
Yeah.
We have 4 sevens now. Tell me which 7 it's there.
It is closed one.
Why and how you can say it's closed?
Sequence. Yes, inactive.
For that, you have to be go to the change table or the table you're using here. Because we did not see, we do not know which glide record I'm talking here, right? Because I did not define the glide record. It is incident, it is change, it is a problem. So once you define, then it will work for you. So this is the important point, that we have the values in the background for these purpose. Okay. And how to use? You can use the glide element. And the glide element current is the most important. Or like changes to, you can use the method here. Okay. So like current dot can create. Current means the specific record. the ongoing record you're working at point of time. Okay. And then few mathematical functions also available. Glide aggregate you can use. Okay. So like aggregate, basically, if you want to aggregate the business time, you want to aggregate the count of the system or the incident, then you can use the glide aggregate as a function here. And here what they're seeing, new glide aggregate, they're calling the object in the aggregate only, not the record, not in the glide record. So what this is, glide aggregate class is an extension of the glide record, which work in a similar manner. So glide records on the object, glide aggregate only work in the count and the numbers. It means no date, no user information will be work here. It will work only for the count and the numbers. How many numbers are there? How many counts are there? You can use that part. Okay. Now on the second hand, okay, before I proceed, anybody has any doubt question? Also one more thing. It doesn't mean that the server side only has these 4 classes. No, it has many more classes also. What we know, what I know, that we will be discussing here. Okay. Okay, ji. So now the second part is client side glide classes. The which one we discussed was basically on the server side. Go in the database. Now on the form level, on the front end level. And to do this part, let me open the client script. Okay. And let go here. So now if you want to work on this form, let's say I open the incident table here. Okay. Now if you want to work on this form, it is a client side. And to do that part, I have to be use the client side classes. What is the client side classes? Number one is called the glide form. If you want to get some information from the form level, then you have to use a G underscore form. In the server, we have a GS glide system. Here we have a G underscore form. So like this. I go here, var lng is equal to G underscore form and dot. What you want to do on the form? I want these many functions. I want get unique value, or I want get table name. I can do that part via G underscore form. Or I can say get value. Get value means for which field you want to get the value. I want to know the state value as point of time. Because see, glide client side scripts only or client side classes only work on a given point of time. Client side script never work on the list view. Only one type of client script work on the list view, not all. So it means there's a no fundamental of the law called the current here. There's no fundamental. So the form which you open, if you want to see anything, you can use the get value. There is no need to put G underscore form dot current. because you already have only one form open in front of you, right? So get value state. It means I want to fetch out the this incident state value. Okay. So like you have a lot of things you can do. State is 6. What this mean? This then allow you to variable to check against the other data and pass a parameter in the function. Like this. So if you this will work if we are using the client script on the on cell edit. Okay, only then it will work here. So the purpose is that if you want to display any message here on the form level, you can use that I want to show hello Mr. Atul. You are doing the wrong thing. How it will know to Atul? I'm putting like this gs dot get value school underscore name. And like the same manner we can do the this part. I can add error. Let me check what is the variable name here. We can pick up that part. Okay, so that is the number one classes of the server side. You can put the set mandatory. See, now if you go here G oh, set mandatory. Which field you want to mandatory? I want to put mandatory. You can do, sorry. You can do. Now the question come. Now the question come. Remember. The things you can do via client script as well, and the things you can do via unique via UI policy as well. Okay, so mandatory you can do via UI policy. We will see in the next days, in the coming days, we will see that part. And the same thing you can do via client script. This is the time when you as a developer need to be think that what is the best way to do that part. What is the optimized way to do that part? Okay, so like you can this. So that is what I'm saying. In this weekend, you have to be read about these functions. See, this is add info message. Just now understand these things. In the next classes, we will use these classes and the functions. And then you get a little more clarity that how practically it work. So this is the first class called the G underscore form in the where in the client side part. Okay. Now the glide user. If you want to work on the user record, then you have to use the G underscore user. So like this. G underscore user dot. What you will get user? Username, last name, role, format, and all things. Very limited functions. I want to display the user's first name in the error message. Then you can put like this or get the full name. And then you can use this G underscore form dot add info message, and then you can use the variable which you call here. Let's say for pp. You can say pp like this. You're using this variable as a pp here. So it will show the full name of the user here. This is what the function it says here. Get the user ID and then use that user ID to display any of the error message. Okay, so like this they are saying. The logged in user is plus name. Name is this variable they're using. This is the second part. Same thing you can do in the server side via using the What we use? Glide system or what we use? Tell me, what was the class we use in the server side for the users data? Glide element, I guess, right? In the client side, we can use this manner. Now, few more classes are there. If you read, you will come to know. So like what they're saying, they're putting incident as a glide record, query about the priority one, and doing the records update. And they're saying when where is the priority is one, the new problem record should be get created. So your point, what I can say, Satya, they're using the two glide records in the same place, 1 and 2. So it's totally up to you what logic you want to build, and you can do that part very easily. Okay. So like this, we are writing a code here. So nothing to be worried. Don't feel bad at all. It's a too big code. How we will understand? We will understand. Let's go step by step. So few examples has been given in this book, which you read, which you can understand. Okay. And now, not now, maybe not maybe 100%. We're going to be start with the client side scripting in the next class. So Monday we will close about the client side scripting, UI policies, how to write, where to write, what do you mean by the client, these policies, then we can close this part. Anybody has any question, any doubt, any clarification required till this point? Bakar, Satya, Moji, Yogesh, Sham, Edie, Ola, any doubt? Jimmy, Harsh?
Good.
Okay, let me stop the not recording. It's time for the class test, right?
Yeah.
Yes, good. Get ready for the class test. So what we have done earlier is on the email. Okay, tell me, if I go to ServiceNow and I click on the history, how many days this history will exist?
24 to 48 hours.
It's Harsh, right?
Yes.
This hospital is open from 24 hours to 48 hours. क्या मतलब है इसका? Give me a specific answer.
Okay.
The form when we are log off and log in, the session will be calculate everything.
Are you sure? Jimmy, Nekichi, Ola, Ope, question for everybody. How long
Is it
this history
is
will
it
exist in this table, in this place?
is it 28 days or so?
I don't know. Don't put the answer like 28 days. It can maybe 24 to 28 days. Okay, this is the number one question you have to be find out now. And this question has been asked to me in one of the interview in my beginning days of service now in 2017, 18 somewhere. Second point, is this history get recorded in any table? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes.
And if I
In
say no,
the history table, yeah.
sorry, which table?
Is it called a yeah. History tables?
Let find out.
History, either history table or history set, one of the two.
Or else you can directly search history.list. It will show you.
Who is the history table? Which history table? I have 40 history table.
Well,
Redistribution.
Atul, once go down.
Mhm.
Check. Scroll down.
Model.
Yeah, in the history, right? No,
This,
and many.
This one.
No, 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 no.
this history line.
Yeah, history record.
This
Record.
is record history.
Yeah, this is system history sets. This is the name.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Yes.
It is a record history. I'm again telling you. It is not the history you're on the main page. Let me show you here. If I go here, click, and I can see the history. See, this is coming from the history table. Now which history? Think about this.
Record history here.
But I'm talking about this history,
Which one? Yeah,
not
that.
the record history. I'm talking about this history.
Okay.
No problem. Now go to the next one. What is the difference between the SLA pause and SLA complete? Pause and SLA complete.
SLA pause is when a SLA is not, it has issues. It may, I don't know.
Jimmy, what is the
Did you
difference
say
between?
you say SLA form or what? Because sometimes I don't understand the questions.
Okay, what is the difference between SLA pause and SLA?
Pause. Oh,
Yes, stop or the complete. I'll say complete. Tell me. Okay, out of the box, what are the condition of SLA pause for an incident record? Out of the box, what are the conditions where SLA get paused for the incident record? Tell me.
I'm thinking, is it temporary stop? Like, is it temporary is pause and stop is something that it complete, right?
Or it might extend the time of the XLA.
What extend the time?
Or
I'm asking out of the box, ServiceNow provide few SLA for the incident table, right?
yeah,
P1,
yes,
P2, P3, P4.
yes.
What are the pause condition in that? That if you do this thing, then the SLA will get paused. What are those conditions? I want to know. I give the homework, right? That read about the out of the box SLA. Okay, what will happen if I put if an incident on the pause? What about the SLA? Will it continue? Will it stop? Will it complete? Will it cancel?
It will stop. It will not cancel.
Beware of your words, Harsh. It's not stop.
It is pause.
Yes, Didi,
would
go
it
ahead.
be on hold?
Okay, on hold.
Yeah.
Okay. And what can be the reason for on hold?
Uh, uh, what I have understood is that if the SLA is P1, but it is not solved in the time given, why? Because it is a uh,
Um,
yeah, it is in the P1 and it is not solved in the time given,
Mm-hmm.
so it will be in the pause condition.
No, no, no. Go
uh,
ahead, Edie.
does it mean that when it's placed on hold, it means that the SLA is not active? So if it's to maybe be resolved within a time frame, if it's
Again,
paused.
see your words. You're using
Mm,
the wrong words.
okay.
Repeat it. Repeat your sentence and put the right words here. If you are saying SL is not active, it means the life cycle of SL is over. When you say Harsh, the SLA has been stopped, it means it has been life cycle is completed, done and dusted. So the right word is that. What is the meaning of the SLA pause? Means if you put your incident on hold for the time being, SLA clock is not running. It stuck, not stuck. It stick on a time till the time user go and change the incident to the unhold conditions. Then it will move forward. But it doesn't mean that the life cycle of a SLA is over. No. SL is still in the living state. SL is still in the active state. Okay, now tell me, I want a list of records whose life cycle is over and whose life cycle is still in the running state. How I can fetch the result? Let me show you. Let's say I have a incident here. Okay, all. Now tell me, out of these 84, how many incidents life cycle is still running and how many incidents life cycle is completed? How you will do that part? Shyam, how you will do? Moji, how you will do? I have a list of 84 incidents in front of you. I want to know how many incident has completed their life cycle and how
Uh,
many still in the life cycle.
uh, Atul, this is all depend on the state, right?
So
I
you go to
don't
the
know.
state.
I don't know. You have to give me the answer.
In the state, you can search in the state box. I mean, your field to see for complete
Please
or
right click on the state, you will be getting it.
Wait. So someone say it's a complete. Number one, incident never get completed.
is closed also.
It's closed. Okay. Okay. So now let me give you this point. So
Wait,
So we can use a filter, right?
is closed. Okay. So if I run this query, I will get a result that whose life cycle is over, right? This is what your point, right? I guess it was Jimmy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Harsh, what do you think before I run this query? What do you think? Satya, what do you think? Is it the right query which Jimmy has been proposed? Tell me, Satya. Moji, Nikichi, Yogesh, Shyam. Is this
You're
the right?
correct. If you create an incident and when we resolve it, so you close it.
But I have 84 incidents. I want to know the record whose life cycle is over. Then how I can get that information?
Uh,
Yes, put it good, good. Shyam, Yogesh, Satya, Nikhichi.
You
Ola.
can run here some query on incident table.
What query? Tell me the query.
How about if you add a second condition?
What condition? Only one condition. I'm just taking your condition as a base and I want people to be verify. Is it right or wrong?
Okay.
Tell me what query. Shyam, you're saying it's a query, right? What query? Tell me. Now I'm coming to your point, Jimmy. In the incident, we have only 5 states. Let's say I created a table which has a 20 states. Then how you will filter out 20 states? You gone mad. So every record has a field called active. If active is true, it is in the life cycle.
Right.
If active is false, it is
So,
out of the life cycle. So it includes close and cancel both incidents. I was waiting, Jimmy, your reply that Atul, please add the cancelled as well there.
okay.
But you did not say. Close
Just
will,
trying to see the second condition, like add a second condition to the filter.
yep. But okay. Now let's say I want to
you can
find
add
out
over
the
one of them, and we can select
yes.
two conditions,
Correct.
the close and
Correct. So that is what I'm coming now. Let me show you here. So now you can say state is one of
third one
third one, sorry, one of. So I can say state is closed
and shift.
or cancelled and run this. But here you have to be click 2 times or 3 times. Better go here and active is true. Active is false.
Yeah.
So I'm sorry for cutting you off. So when you resolve the query, let's say there's a query and you want to resolve it. So after resolving it, you have to close it, right?
Yes.
Okay. So when you close is after when it's resolved. Cancel is what when they don't have any or is it double or is it like a duplicate
Maybe
query?
double wrong incident has been raised. Customer says it's not required. By mistake I created and other things can be there.
Okay.
Okay. But resolve doesn't mean that the life cycle is over. No. Resolve says it is still in the active phase. So like if I say I'm going for a circus, circus timing is a 2 hours. Okay. When you enter into the circus over in the 2 hours plus 30 minutes you take for the to get the parking and out from the circus premises. So you are active in that premises for the 2.5 hour, not for the 2 hours. This is called the result. Once you're out from the parking, then you say yes, guys, it's closed from my side. And once a record get closed in service now, can it be reopened? Yes or no?
Yes. If you are the admin, yeah, you can reopen it. Or
Are
if
you
you have,
sure, Jimmy?
you mean if an incident has been closed?
Yes.
Yes, it can be reopened.
Are you sure? I'm again saying.
Yeah, I'm very sure.
Let me give the example.
You might not
So
just have the access right to do it, but somebody does. And
even though I am let me tell you. Let's not discuss from the access perspective. Let's discuss from the process perspective. Okay. Dinner. You paid the bill as well. After paying the bill, you get up and you're going out, and suddenly your daughter says, "Hey dad, I want one ice cream." What that particular manager will do? Will he add the same amount in your bill, or will he give you the new bill?
new
Tell
bill.
why. You can tell them, boss, I was just sitting on that table. You have that bill. Just add the amount there only. He's the
When it's
admin, right?
created, we cannot modify. We
Not
can
not
just
modify is the wrong,
replace.
not the wrong word. No, not modify. No, not replace. Let me think from let me ask from the Jimmy perspective. So Jimmy, what do you think? He's the admin, right? He's running a complete restaurant. He's sitting on the billing counter.
Because the reason I said that is, at my job, when you open an incident and they said, okay, you get an email that says you've opened an incident, right? And then they work on the incident, and then you get another email that says your incident has been closed. And if you feel like your issue has not been resolved, you can reply back to this email, and they will reopen it. So that's
Yes, yes. Only the time it is not resolved. If it is closed, you cannot reopen the incident. It is against the process.
okay.
The manager of the restaurant cannot open the same bill again and add 30 rupees more on the ice cream. He will say, sir, okay, let me give the new bill.
So what if it's not result? I mean, I know it's closed, it's
Mhm.
over, but what if somebody emailed and said that they
Open
haven't
the
get
new
any?
incident.
So you
Open
just
the
have to
new
open a new one.
Yes, open the new incident and link the previous incident with the new incident so that you can keep a track on that part.
Okay.
Okay, these are the best practices from the process side. Yes, Harsh, your point was there.
Sorry, Arun?
You're saying something, right?
No, I was just saying that if this is a situation we cannot modify, we need to add a new one.
See, after close, you cannot modify.
Yeah.
Before closure, you can do anything, but not after closure. That is the reason a time period has been given. Let's say you purchase a outfit. Let's say Jimmy go to the market and he purchased one shirt. Okay. On the receipt, on the billing part, it has been mentioned you can return the product within 7 days. What does that 7 days means? That I am putting your record on the resolved state. If you come within the 7 days and you show me that it is a defect, I will return it. But after 7 days, it will marked as a closed. I cannot return it now. Okay. That is the difference between resolve and the close. And also, what is the difference between resolved and the what I can say um, uh, fulfilled? What is the difference between resolution and the fulfilled? Incident always resolved. Request always fulfilled. You requested me. I requested you. Guys, please be on time. You are fulfilling my request. I am fulfilling your request. Atul, I am trying to download one or I'm trying to open one incident. It's not working for me. This is the incident. I provide the resolution to you for this one. Incident never fulfilled. Request always fulfilled. Incident always resolved. These are the words we have to be very carefully used when you're working on the consulting perspective and you're in front of the customer. Generally, we interchange. Request will be resolved. No, request always complete, never resolved. Incident always resolved and get closed. Okay, so be careful. These are the things which I'm sharing. I learned from experience. People teach me this thing in the experience. While writing I write the process documents as well in my previous project. A proper, I can say when I say document means I write the proper English. That what do you mean by the incident management process? What is the meaning of the principal? What is the meaning of the user? What is the meaning of the customer? That time we have to be write these words very carefully. Many people read the documents very carefully and they find out, oh, you mentioned that incident fulfilled. How you can fulfill the incident? Tell me. My kids say, Dad, I want a toy. He's requesting to get fulfilled his request. He has a toy, is not working. He's looking for the resolution from me, not the fulfillment of the request. Clear, guys, everybody? Sham,
Yeah.
Yogesh, Edie, Ola, Moji. Good. Okay, so let's take a pause here, guys. Let me stop the recording here. Okay, and take a quick attendance.